always remember the name.
My name's Richard Sphincter, Halfling Rogue. Being on this ship almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Thank you.
And I'm Billy. I'm the DM. I am playing Captain Midas, who is a half elf, half paladin, half bard. Sorry, my screen isn't loaded anymore. All right. Last episode we left off with you all getting ready to go start on the Siren quest. Captain Midas very awkwardly pulled the map board off the ship so he could go work on that by himself while you guys go to fight this Siren. Go ahead and remind yourselves and me what your guys' plan was to go ahead and try and fight this Siren without hearing the music.
We're gonna put corks on our ears and get drunk.
That's it.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna punch it in the schnoz.
Alright. So, you guys are going to need to drink a total of... Either drink them or have 10 bottles of wine open, so that it'd be... 10 bottles of wine. Yep. That's true. But you guys will need 10 bottles open for the corks in your ears, and... see, hopefully those will fit.
I mean, we have plenty of wine, so.
That's true. Alright, and Cobweb, you're going to have to be the one that steers...
Well, I do it every night drunk, so.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah, brother.
So from what you guys read on the quest board, it said that the Siren is about 2 miles off of the shore from where you guys are at. So like basically you just need to head 2 miles from the way you guys came. You guys don't know if it's the same Siren as before or if it's a different Siren. So you guys will be finding that out today as well.
Alright, Siren, it's time you take your lumps.
Alright.
For eulogies.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. With you guys, is everybody drinking wine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, how much wine is everybody drinking?
Bottles each.
Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
Bottles apiece.
2 bottles apiece?
Halfling's fucked.
I'm struggling. I get one down, and I'm struggling with my other one. I don't know.
Okay.
If anybody wants to
Split
take,
the other bottles.
if anybody wants to
I'll
take
split it
mine,
with you.
Weird.
Alright.
Go have it.
Go chug for chug.
Yeah, drunken fist.
Alright.
Yes.
Alright.
You all are going to have disadvantage now on most of your rolls. Just because you guys are all drunk.
That's a matter of perspective.
We also have go mode rolls. Are we going to go mode?
What?
That's not.
Because we're drunk.
Where it, like, it's
Do
like
don't
right,
you guys ever get hit go mode when you get drunk
the
and
right
then, like
level
suddenly
of
you're just like,
drunkenness.
ah, you know, anything.
I'm gonna say no, just because you guys are pretty fucked up and you guys have corks in your ears and you guys
What?
can't really hear each other. Alright. We're gonna pan over to Cobweb steering the ship.
Put your captions on TV, I can't hear.
Steering out to the sea. I'm gonna have you go ahead and give me a d20 roll just to see if like you're driving this smooth or if you're like wee. I don't know. 4. Okay. You also do have the +1 from your like ship steering abilities, so it's a
Got a
5.
scroll.
So you haven't read the scroll yet, so I'm gonna say you're
I'll do
too
it
fucked.
right now.
I was gonna say I think you're a little too fucking hurried.
Like, who didn't drive?
So you're headed out towards the sea, but you're like wide swerving the ship. You're like trying to rock it to like a groove that's going in your head, but to everybody else it's just like making them seasick essentially, and they're all like swaying on the ship. All right, and
Put
we'll
your hands in
Don't
your
blame it
throw.
on me.
who is keeping watch for the Siren or any kind of activity? You guys will need to be like, there's gonna probably need to be 1 or 2 people watching on the sides of the ship to see if they can't see the Siren.
Do we want somebody running cannons? I'm gonna try to cannonball this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I can
Yeah,
cannon
got the
this
+1.
Yeah.
Roll better this time though.
We have 2 cannons, so we have
True.
2 on cannons, cobweb steering, 2 looking out.
All right. So as you guys all get ready into position, you guys are all holding on for dear life to your spots as Cobweb is like rocking the boat to like
Rock
all
the boat. Don't rock the boat, baby.
he's just kind of like going to his own vibe, and you guys are just hurrying along with him. Who is keeping watch? Excuse me,
will.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm on kids.
Who else wants to be on?
You want cannons or watch?
I'll watch on the other side of the ship.
I'll take cannons.
Okay, word. So I want Chick Bungus and I want Barb to both go ahead and give me perception rolls. And yes, disadvantage with perception rolls. And are you guys like moving around a whole lot, or are you guys pretty stationary?
I'm pretty stationary, and I'm not that drunk either. I'm an alcoholic, so 15.
7. Damn, nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. 13. Nice.
Okay. So you both don't really see anything. You guys every once in a while think you might see something moving in the water, but you guys can't really tell. It's almost like the light's just perfectly reflecting the waves, and it'd be like, oh, there's a siren, but it's just actually like the tip of a wave hitting the light just right. And it seems like you guys are just going on like this for about a good 10 minutes.
Throw rocks in the water.
Okay. What point are you doing that?
I'm just throwing it out there for suggestion.
Well, you're out there. I can throw a cannonball for a warning shot.
Yeah, throw a rock in there.
Okay. You just throw one, or are you gonna like kind of just keep like throwing them as you guys are like going along? Okay, word. Nothing happens. As you guys are going, Cobweb, you kind of notice that there's like, it almost feels like there's something hitting the ship, like kind of nudging the ship in a different direction when you like try and swerve to the left. It almost feels like there's something trying to push your ship, but at the same time, you don't know if it's because you're drunk or if you're just like hitting the steering wheel not good enough to the side. Are you gonna like try and get anybody's attention, or are you just gonna like try and like ram the ship more to the side?
Is it? I think I'm gonna try to like swerve the other direction.
Are you gonna swerve to the left towards what it hitting you, or to the right? Okay, word.
So like, if maybe it's gonna come in at me, and I'll be like turning that way and off of it.
Okay. I want
It's
you.
drunk reasoning.
That's cylinder. Give
Hit a
me,
sandbar, me boys.
give me a roll. Give me a just like a ship steering roll. Yeah.
8
This one.
Okay, and then one more roll, just because you guys are at disadvantage, so because you're drunk.
Oh, you're flying. Yay.
So actually 8.
Yep.
9.
9. So like you like steer the ship toward the left, and like everybody like gets jerked to the side, and you can feel that you nick it. It's almost like you almost completely hit it, but it just slightly dodges out of the way, but you can tell that you hit it back. Everybody go ahead and give me I'm gonna say saving throws to keep the plugs in your ears, since you guys all got flung to the side with Cobweb jerking the ship.
What kind of saving throw?
I'm having a hard time trying to decide on that one, honestly. Survival.
Do I have to do that?
How do I roll plus
I'm gonna
5?
say you can, but you're not gonna have disadvantage because you're like holding on to something, so only like one ear will go out, or like one.
Damn, I got a 19 and a 7.
Ooh,
7.
7.
13 and 2.
I have a feeling Richard's gonna go.
Good thing I guess, I don't know. I have to walk upstairs first still. I'm down below.
Oh. Well, you're on a cannon.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, word.
Oh,
So
is that
you
not?
keep
I think they're on
both
the
of
top
your
there.
earplugs in. Everybody that rolled lower than a 10 loses at least one ear like one of the ear ports. Anybody that no, just go with 10. If you got rolled lower than 10, you lose one earplug. So now you guys are partially susceptible to the song. And all of you that, Richard, you're partially fine. You'll have like normal rolls for like possible persuasions from the siren. You won't have disadvantage with these ones just because you are below the deck.
Okay.
Cannons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So those of you that are on top deck that lost earplugs, you guys all of a sudden hear a woman screaming. And those of you that are standing by the ship side, you see a woman flailing in the water. And it's like she's barely keeping her head above the water, and she's bobbing in and out of the water, and it looks like she's about to drown.
Ha ha! You guys see that dumbass? Let's not save her. All the other captains were like saying that people would be drowning and then they would never see people again. So fuck that bitch. I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's why.
throw a javelin at it.
I have a javelin.
Okay. Go ahead. Good to go ahead and give me attack rolls. I'm gonna say you're giving them at disadvantage just because you are partially under the spell, and like part of you doesn't want to hurt this woman, and like you kind of want to save her, but at the same time, you guys still have free will to be
It
like,
doesn't
nah,
sound
fuck
like
this.
it doesn't sound like there's any regret.
What kind of roll is this?
Yeah. Attack roll? Like any.
Yeah.
See if we can hit, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be an attack roll, but it'll be at disadvantage.
I got a 20 and a 5.
Damn.
So 5 it is.
Oh, damn, dude.
Part of me really wants to fuck her up though.
Drop a cannonball on her.
Yeah.
That's the warning shot.
Use my Rainbow Road cannonball.
We're off the island. We're good.
Not a nymph.
Yeah,
True.
She was made of water. She'd be fine.
Yeah, Robert.
Explode.
Okay, you guys rolled an 8 and a 5.
Yeah.
Okay, it just like barely misses the woman. And like as it just barely misses the woman, like you guys kind of blink and you guys all of a sudden see this white eel-like woman in the water. And it's like she's flailing just like the woman was. And then like just as soon as it looked like you guys seen her as the eel, she's back to what the woman looking like the woman was.
Did y'all see that?
Fuck this bitch.
Shoot that bitch.
Cobweb, you're just seeing
Get
an
your bow
eel
out.
woman
I got my
like flailing in
cannonball,
the water.
too.
You
Get
just
your
straight
bow
up
out.
see the
Can
siren.
you,
Yeah,
are you able to
I'm
aim the
alone.
cannon at her?
Yeah, I have a +1 on my cannon. Can I cannonball this bitch?
Yeah, go ahead and try and shoot her.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna use.
Modern
I have
warfare.
yeah, I'm gonna use a
Nuke
fancy
sound
one.
effect.
You can use a fancy one. Okay.
Yeah. Do I have a rainbow one or just gold one?
You have
You gotta
one
ask
gold
your
one.
inventory.
For some reason, I thought I had
You-
a rainbow one.
Use one rainbow one because we only have one gold one, but we do
Oh.
have 4 rainbow ones.
Ooh, okay.
It's fine. They're so broken.
I see that.
Okay, rainbow cannonball. 19 plus 1. That's 20 for my first one. We're looking pretty good. Or do I have to roll 2? If I'm at disadvantage?
Yeah, sadly, but at the same time, I so want badly to let you have that 20.
20.
No, it is a 20!
No!
Oh, yeah.
So,
Now
a
perish.
21 and a 20. Fuck yeah, dude. Okay, we're
Like, that was actually really
The
easy,
most
guys.
mercenary ass, like, execution.
really quickly. Was there anything special with the rainbow cannonballs?
I don't
That's
remember.
fair.
I think they just have a specific agenda.
I do remember they were the most expensive that we bought at that shop.
They
They
just
don't-
want to parade. That's all they want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. Okay, I'm gonna say you hit this eel-like woman perfectly in the face, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like she kind of
Her head
like
explodes.
bobs. She's like her head doesn't explode. She like bobs partially into the water, but she like comes back up, and you guys can tell that she's still barely alive. Like she's barely holding on
Bitch
for
ain't
dear life.
real.
Again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shoot her with another regular cannonball.
I want to watch her
Word.
head.
Aluminum.
1 second.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Okay, go ahead and give me
What is
Another
today?
2 rolls at disadvantage.
31st.
Yes. Okay, that's 5 plus 1, so 6. And 10 plus 1, 11. 6 it is.
Word. Okay, I'm gonna say you like try and load the cannon in, and like you just don't get enough gunpowder in there for it to like actually shoot out. So like you light it, and like it looks like the cannonball's about ready to shoot out, and then it just like rolls and plops into the water.
Sploosh.
You guys all
Sorry,
see
y'all.
like the cannon kind of float, and then like it kind of starts to sink, and then like it's out of reach for you guys, and
I
you
guess
guys
it
are
is.
seeing that a lot.
Hmm.
It was one of the iron ones. Gone. to the
Yeah,
bottom of the
yeah.
I was trying to actually use science from that one, from what I remember.
ocean. I picked up on it.
Okay. You guys can see that like the siren kind of like regains her bearings. Like she still looks pretty rough, but then she charges at the ship. 1 second.
Oh shit, she's charging at the ship! Captain!
You're gonna run. You're gonna be like coming back for more after they just like almost
Shot you in the
one shot
face.
you in the face.
Can we hear
Yeah.
Captain if he sings a song from the shore? Is that too far away?
You guys are too far away. You guys are like
Sing a
2 miles
song!
from the shore.
What?
Bardic inspiration, please.
What?
Keep drawing.
Keep trying.
She like tries to charge for the boat, and all she does is like slightly shoulder check it. Like it looks like it hurts her more than it does it for the anything to the ship. Is there anybody else that wants to try and like hop on the cannons and target her, or do anything else to try and attack her?
Yeah,
We
bows.
gotta kill her somehow.
They turn her into sheep.
Can you?
Should we like bring a head for like proof or something?
You have to touch the creature for that. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So
Yes,
We
I
can
like that.
we can lasso that motherfucker and then like decapitate it
Well,
on
like-
board.
Yeah.
We'll raise it up like the old fishermen did with sharks.
take a
and
picture.
fish and stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Strangled
We have
bark
we
out
have
of it.
javelins and rope.
Ooh, I will. I'm down for
I have
that.
a.
Make a cross. Have
Okay. Barb can still paint it.
Yes.
Okay. So what are you guys gonna do with it? You guys have like the next minute to plan out what you're gonna do to try and catch this siren before it's gonna try and like.
It's right by the
They
ship.
never
We
said
could
dead
tie
or
a
alive,
rope to
so-
the javelin,
That's
and
fair.
somebody else could shoot it and hoist it up that way.
I just thought having a siren head would be kind of cool.
It would be
That's fair. We
awesome.
could mount it somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
We could probably keep
Flex
the head
it.
after we show it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I wasn't gonna give it to him. I was just
Yeah,
gonna
we
show
got
it
it out
to
of
him.
I was just making that sure.
I kind of want it.
All right. Who's gonna be the person to try and throw the javelin to kill the siren?
I'll do it.
Hell
Barb,
yeah,
hell
Barb.
Yeah. Barbara. Do I have to do 2 rolls?
Barb Hyperion.
I'm gonna say yeah. You still have to roll at disadvantage just because you guys are still fucked up.
Oh.
I'm just gonna re-roll that one.
Yeah.
So 11 and 9.
Word.
9/11.
9/11. That has to count for something.
Every episode, dude, I swear to God.
I didn't even bring it up first.
Me either.
Okay. Barb, I'm gonna say you like get the javelin ready, and you like go to throw it, but like just as you're like it's leaving your hand, you accidentally like catch it with your thumb and like completely throw it off its balance, and it just like shoots in the water right next to her.
God damn it.
Alright, roll me up a javelin next.
Right word. The siren is like actively now trying to get away from you guys, so you guys are gonna have to have Cobweb try and follow the siren.
Follow that siren, Cobweb!
6, okay. I'm gonna say you like go to throw the javelin, but you're like standing on the rope and you don't realize it. So as you throw it, like it just suddenly like stops midair and then like just falls slightly into the water, and like you can feel it tug underneath your foot, and you look down and see the rope.
Fuck it. I shoot the aluminum cannon while it's running away.
I pulled,
Right,
I
alright.
pulled the rope javelin back up.
It was on the rope. Yeah.
Can I try to hit this thing with swords?
I pressed the turbo switch.
How
Put it
far
in
is
reverse.
that?
Fuck.
That reach?
14 and 4.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Man, why did we get drunk?
Yeah, this sucks.
I'm gonna say you like put the cannon in the cannonball, and like You get it aimed and everything, and like it goes to shoot out, and like it starts to shoot out, but then like a wave comes by and like just eats the cannonball and like swishes it away.
Well, that looked kind of cool. I don't know. That's all right.
Be a sick
Aesthetically
TV for-
pleasing.
Yeah.
The Siren
Onwards.
by the way, it says it's a bonus action, which I take immediately after hitting a target with a major on our.
Okay, word. So you won't be able to use it on the Siren just because you would need to be actively hitting
Oh,
them with like
yeah.
yep. Okay. So I'm gonna say currently the Siren is just about 30 feet away from you guys. You guys have about 10. I know you guys have about 20 feet before the Siren's gonna be able to like completely get away from you guys, and you guys will have to try and do this quest again.
Can I try and throw my axe at her?
Yeah, go for
Throw
it.
another javelin at
Cool.
her.
Okay, both of you guys go ahead and give me attack rolls at disadvantage.
Wait. Are you rolling that day? It's on D20.
My bad, I looked like it.
Okay.
I got two.
Come on, Bart!
9 and 9.
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Devils, you're going to jail.
I'm gonna say you like throw the axe, and the axe just barely gets stuck in the Siren's tail. So now like the Siren is slowed down, and you guys can see
Follow
like
the
a
blood
trail
trail.
of
Yes.
blood in the water as
Cool.
the Siren
And you
is,
didn't
like,
lose your axe.
I
I was
have
scared
to,
for you.
A couple.
Okay.
swim.
Alright, I'll cannonball her one more time.
I was
Do
like,
it.
I could
Slow
cast
down.
dominate person, and I could just tell her to come back.
How far does that spell reach?
60 feet.
Oh, word. Okay.
Get around and have webs and
Make her come back and
like,
kill
I
her.
just,
Vortex.
it's like so it says I
Get
cast
over
it, and then you
here.
tell them it doesn't require an action to do it. You can tell them to do whatever they do. Yeah, I could. But it says they'll do their best to do it, so I don't know if this one is so like. I think that
Just
if
tell her
it's
to
like
kill yourself.
they might not do it though, but they might.
Roll, I guess, and find out, man. That sounds like a good bet.
Okay, cool. So the attack save is wisdom 10.
Okay, word.
19.
Yeah!
So she saves.
Okay.
So she's not underneath the spell, but you guys can still see that she's like struggling to like swim.
Okay, I shoot my cannonball.
Hold up. Somebody first give me a d20 roll. A 6? Okay,
Yeah.
word. You guys just see that the Siren is starting to flail. Go ahead and go for the cannonball shoot now.
14, 15.
I gotta give
19,
it back to you,
so
I
15
thought.
for my cannonball.
Word. Okay. The cannon like comes flying out of the ball comes flying out of the cannon, and you see it hit the Siren just perfectly through the head, and you guys
Whoop.
see that his head explodes,
Yeah.
and you
I
see
wanted
his
that
body
head.
is just like
Hang up its
floating in the
tail.
water. You guys have to be kind of quick to get it because now there's a lot of blood in the water, and it's gonna start to attract sharks. If you guys want to keep that body.
I don't remember
hopefully
if I
we
can
can-
swim or not, but I swan
Can I
dived
try to
into the
fly?
water.
Javelin.
I javelin and drag her back.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully you can hit a lifeless body now.
I'm
13
I'm gonna say that's awesome.
and a 20.
Nice.
So I got 13.
Alright.
Word, okay. I'm gonna say you managed to
Paddle.
like successfully javelin the
How do
body.
you feel?
Man, we already have mermaid tails. I want a mermaid head.
Can I have my axe
Siren.
back?
Did the javelin
Yeah.
Yes, the axe
fair.
is still in the Siren's body, so you're
Mermaid
able to
siren.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
killed a mermaid today.
Siren.
Hey,
Killed a
yeah, that
siren
too.
today.
You guys, or as like
Yeah,
Chungus
that was
pulls
separate.
the Siren up onto the ship, you guys see this like disgustingly pale body, and it's like in the shape of an eel almost. And you guys, it's just horrific.
You,
Yes.
sir. are-
Yo.
Let's eat it.
Well, let's
Take it.
show it to the people first, and then we can eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are now safe to take out your guys' corpse all of the way.
What?
Okay.
That was it.
Cobweb, I'm going to say that you successfully get the ship steered back to the island. It's a pretty easy steer. You guys have all kind of sobered up a little bit. You guys are all still intoxicated, but I'm not going to make you guys do any, like, negative rolls again. I feel like you guys suffered enough with the Siren one.
You, sir, are a fish.
Alright.
Meat a fish. Fuck its brains out.
Alright, as you guys reach the dock, you guys can see that Captain Midas is like sketching on this map board, and like a lot of people seem to be interested in what he's doing, but leaving him alone for the most part. And you guys can see that the rest of the captains are kind of still gathered around talking. Are you guys gonna call them over to your ship to show them the siren? Or are you guys gonna like parade the siren through the show the captains?
Yeah, let's get him over here.
I whistle.
They
Hey.
don't turn and look.
Captains!
Some of them kind of like turn
Look.
and look, and like you see that they all like kind of start smacking each other, and they all like turn and look, and they're like, "Oh my god, they actually did it!"
We want paid.
Um,
Wait.
Thought we couldn't do it.
the captains walk up to you guys, and they're like, "Wow, I'm kind of surprised you guys actually did this. Thank you guys. You made it so everybody can leave, and we all can actually continue."
Yeah!
It could have gone longer.
I know.
but-
Um,
I got excited.
yeah.
Yeah.
For like 2 hours.
Jesus Christ. The captains look amongst all of you guys and be like, "Well, so we do have a payment for you guys. It's not money, but it is a magical item." And you see that they pull out a shell necklace. And they look at you and they're
Is
like,
that puka shells?
this shell necklace collects the siren call of the last siren you guys killed.
Ooh.
It can be used once every long rest. And it plays whatever siren song or the last one you guys just killed. So you guys can now capture the siren song of the one you guys just killed. The siren you guys just killed as well uses her song to like create illusions to try and trap her victims. So you guys will now have like a small illusion spell almost to use. The captain's hold out the shell necklace. They're like, "All right, who's gonna take the necklace?"
I take it and I say, just don't be dumb. Like, if you see somebody drowning, don't pick them up.
Shoot him.
Shoot them on sight.
Well, you guys also realize there's a lot of like sailors that get their ships sunk and like are just like hanging
Well,
out.
if you
in
see
the
That's
a
not our
woman in the
problem.
water,
Learn to swim.
Yeah.
All right.
blast that hoe.
Thanks for the advice, guys. We're gonna get out of here now. You see
Yeah.
like a lot of the captains kind of like,
Bye.
depart. They all, go to their ship. You guys like see that like the dock is a lot busier and every like it's more active with people going to their ships trying to like hurry off the island. All right. What are you guys gonna do now that you guys are back to the dock and on Cersei's island?
Go talk to
Yeah,
Cersei.
we
I'm
should probably
gonna
go
harm
talk to
some
her.
imps and steal some stuff.
And what was the other rule?
Looking at you, stall number 8.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Lost
I'll
color,
come
bitch.
burn your ass down,
That's right.
bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, no wonder we keep getting kicked out.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is gonna lead the group to Cersei's
You know what? Guys,
temple?
we should start our own fucking night.
Like new horizons.
Yes,
Like it could be a place of crossing.
you can make your own flag and shit.
Yeah, like animals can come in and like they cross through there.
Yes, we could call it. Nah, that would be stupid.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I heard there's a giant talking raccoon that will lend you some money. That'd be really-
Dude, I heard
Okay, I'm
people
heading
go
to the temple.
people go
I'm not
insanely
getting
hard
this
into debt
conversation.
for that man.
Yeah,
I'll follow.
collecting agents.
Okay, we're Chick Bungus and Richard lead the party towards the temple. Slowfingers and
We
Well-
follow behind. We follow behind.
Yeah, we
you guys like slowly follow behind and are like chatting the entire time. So you guys are like significantly further away from the party than everybody else
Hey,
is
it's
because you're
strategic
talking.
distancing in case like you guys get attacked. That way our whole group doesn't get ambushed.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we can wash from the bushes as you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Jump on Nymph game and getting out of here.
For real.
Like her
Okay.
boyfriend.
As you guys all reach the temple, you guys can tell that like the temple feels like it's more energized today. That like it has a happier upbeat to it almost. Are you gonna open the door or are you gonna knock?
I guess we'll just open the door. It's a temple.
I was just
Yeah.
curious what you guys were gonna do.
We should just keep knocking. So maybe they don't usually answer the door, but we could just keep knocking until somebody does.
I think we should boot the door in, have Barb and Chig just both
Kick on
stand
each
there.
one until it
Yeah.
falls down.
I'm
You
down
guys
for
are a
that.
few feet behind, so.
Hopefully they do that by the time we get up there, we just walk right in.
Push the door open.
Okay. You can see that Cersei is in the temple, kind of walking around, attending to some of her plans. She is in a dark purple dress, and she has a bunch of flowers, all up in her hair, and like she looks a lot happier and lighter today. It almost seems like she's a completely different energy from when you guys seen her the day before.
What up, Cersei? I tried to dap her up.
What is this thing that you're trying to do?
Dap me up.
I don't know what that is.
Go like, you slide your hands with my hands and then knuckles.
Huh, this is the first time I've heard of this concept. She like goes to try and do it.
Yeah, you got it.
Huh, that was interesting. She like looks at her hand almost bewildered.
The sweaty hands on both hands.
She looks kind of bewildered for a minute and then she like kind of shakes her head. I see that you guys are finally made it to the temple. Did Captain Midas not send you guys?
He did send us.
But, like, we
Yeah.
took care of the Siren.
Oh, well thank you guys for making it so the sirens could leave. I know that my nymphs were kind of getting, or not the sirens, sorry. The sailors. I know my nymphs were starting to kind of get sick of the sailors hanging around just because they were very needy.
So needy.
They do
Little
need food
bitches.
and water.
Mm.
Yeah,
True.
they just were asking a lot from the nymphs. I totally get it.
They're fucking judgmental. They judged us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
You guys gotta keep in mind, I saved a lot of these nymphs from being abused by mortals, so they are very wary of.
I'm at the sailors were judging
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah, the men are very judgy. I very reluctantly let men on my island. Only here recently have I let men on my island.
Mistake.
Sometimes, but I'm just let you guys here so I can help you guys on your journey.
I'm not a man.
Well, no, I'm not implying you guys are all men,
Okay.
but I'm saying
man.
I'm saying because there are men in your party, you are now able to come to this island. A couple years ago, you guys would not have
Heard.
been. But
Would you have let me come?
Okay.
You know, I'm like a man, but I'm like a sailor. So I'm like,
I'm more orc than man.
I'm not touching this.
I guess that's not better.
well, that's kind of the point.
Okay, so I got some very important information for you guys for your journey.
Yeah, underworld, 2 mountains, something like that.
Yes, so I know that you guys are talking about trying to go to the underworld to try and find where King Killian was. I did tell King Killian the underworld was one of the safest ways to travel so he could avoid Poseidon. But I need you all to listen very closely for this information about the underworld. It is very important. The underworld does not like living creatures being in it. The underworld itself is almost like its own creature. It knows when the mortals enter in it, and it doesn't like it. Do not trust anything you guys see or hear. The underworld will try to kill you guys. It will try and fix its own balance. It only likes the dead to be down there. So you all need to be very cautious while in there. To enter the underworld, we'll need to travel to the 2 mountains in the sea. They create a natural path. On a normal day, going through will result in nothing. But during a blood full moon, going through will bring you to the underworld. You cannot return the way you came. You will have to travel on the river Styx. It is extremely important you do not touch the water. If you touch the water, it could result in your death or rapidly aging you.
If it splashes.
There's a possibility that it will age you. The water does not move on its own unless a living creature enters it. Doesn't care if the dead enters it. If the dead enters it, the dead get absorbed into the river. But if the living touch it, the living will disturb the water and it will ripple and splash.
So it's basically
Essentially, yes, we'll go with that.
just a dissolve, basically.
Jesse.
Because then you get, if you age, the rest of
All right.
you know,
As you guys are traveling along the river Styx, you will go past Elysium, or the Elysium Fields. This is considered one of the best places to rest once you've died. This is considered a paradise. This is where most mortal heroes will go, or people who have done great things in their lives. This is where most mortals will want to go when they die, but most of them don't actually make it there just because they don't actually do great enough to get into that area.
I don't think we belong there.
Probably not.
We can rest there.
Yeah.
The next island you guys will see along the river Styx is the Asphodel Meadows. This is where most mortals will end up. This is where most mortals will go once they don't do anything significant in their lives. It's not like necessarily a bad place to rest. It's a pretty average place where most people will rest.
I mean, we killed the Siren. It's gotta count for something.
You made that guy kill himself?
What up?
In a good way. He was a bad guy.
The last
We're
island,
Cersei's a good.
she kind of like looks at you guys all and like kind of
He
goes
used to crush
back.
nymphs alive. That's why we killed him. Just so you know.
So the last
Yeah,
island
that's-
is the first level, and it's the first level of Tartarus, which is where you guys are probably going to end up after hearing some of your stories. This is where all living evil creatures go, or if you go against the gods or do like go against the gods' wishes, this is where you will end up.
So don't rest there. Not a good place to rest.
No.
What was that one
It's taken
called?
That one is
The
called
first level of.
Tartarus. So there's multiple levels of Tartarus. I just know about the first level of Tartarus.
Which one has
Um,
the sauce?
I don't know.
She only knows about the first level.
Tartar sauce.
I know very little
Have you
about
found the level?
this area and about the underworld in
Hell's Kitchen
general.
chilies?
You must make sure not to stop at any of these islands, or you will get stuck in the underworld forever. If you get off that boat before you guys are supposed to, you will not leave the underworld.
So we have to stop at all the islands? We're just going past them.
Go
all?
past them. Do not stop at the islands.
Even the field meadows?
If you step foot on an island, you will die.
Okay, so we're just going past. You're just telling us these like landmarks to make sure we
Yes.
get off the right.
Yes. So
Right.
this is just what you guys are going to see along the way. Like, do
Ooh,
not
sneaky
get off,
ships.
though.
So
Yeah.
I could theoretically use Mage Hand to grab something.
Don't upset the underworld.
Don't.
No.
You should have just left it at don't.
I should have. I don't think you understand. Like, my island has a lot of rules. The underworld is unpredictable. Like, there are multiple gods that rule that area, and they do not care about mortals. If a mortal enters that area, they're going to try and kill you. If the gods know you
So-
are there, they're going to try and kill you.
Here's the thing. If they do kill us, we're already in the underworld, right?
You will get. So that's actually going to lead perfectly into where you guys need to stop. You guys will need to go past all of these islands and go to the last one, and this is where you guys will meet Charon. This is where most mortals will go to wait in line for Charon to like deliver them to their last resting spot. So you guys will be at the very end of the mortal line before you guys will get to go to wherever you are to rest. So do not die, because you guys will be stuck waiting in line for years. And if you are not buried with gold, you will not pass on. You will be thrown into the river Styx and become part of the river.
Buy your way into heaven. I fucking knew it.
Well, it's not necessarily heaven, but one of the traditions is for Charon to like deliver you to wherever your final resting area is, 1 gold. But it is rumored that Charon will try or like help the living pass if you give him 2 gold apiece. The man likes his gold. He will help you, or he will help lead you guys to the prophet, Diamos. Captain Diamos is going to be able to answer one question for you guys. And whatever question it is, you guys ask him. He will tell you the answer to it. It's going to be very cryptic, though.
One
Color.
one collective
What if the
question.
airspeed velocity?
One
average
collective
airspeed velocity
question.
is smaller,
And he
airborne
will
velocity?
also tell you guys how to
I'm
get
telling you,
out of the
I
underworld.
didn't know that.
Charon will lead you guys to where his final resting area. There are going to be challenges along the way to get to the prophet. I do not know a lot of information about the underworld. There is something to do with food in the underworld. I just cannot remember for the life of me what it is.
Don't eat it.
I don't remember. It's either do eat the food or do not eat the food.
Definitely.
Speaking of don't eat the food.
Stop it.
Echo. In 4 days' time, there will be a full moon. I suggest you guys all leave the day before the full moon just to make it in time. I will give you guys a potion to turn the moon into a blood moon. As soon as the moon reaches the middle of the two mountains, pour this potion into the water, and it will turn the moon red for 5 minutes. You guys will need to hurry to get through this portal that will be open. I only have enough for one potion, so make sure not to waste this potion. That being said, I also need you guys to gather a special root for me. This root is called Holy Moly. It is the root of a carnivorous plant. This plant is on the other side of the island. The plant likes to live along the beach shores and will take root right on the edge of the water. I know that there are a lot of nymphs that like the plants on that side of the island.
Does it look like a bunch of seaweed?
No, as far as I'm aware, this one looks like a Venus flytrap.
No, okay, it's something different.
I don't think so. It's a carnivorous plant, like I said, so I don't know.
It eats meat.
Yes.
So probably would take the barbecue.
It would also try and possibly eat you guys, depending on what kind of carnivorous plant.
Oh,
it
it's
is.
like big enough for that.
Yeah.
Well, possibly. It's been a
Okay.
very long
Eyes
time
wide.
since anybody's gone
Yeah.
over to that side
Brown
of the
eyes
island.
white.
But there is a nymph in town or in the square who will like help guide you guys to the plant. She will not help you guys fight it, but she will at least show you guys in like the rough area where the plant should be at.
So we're allowed to purchase.
Yes, it's a plant, and you guys need to collect this root for me, so that I will make an exception for this, especially because it is a plant. And
So-
it's causing issues.
Just making sure.
What about like any other general dangers in this area of the island?
Got any dire bears?
No, this is a pretty peaceful island. I mean, I'd say the only issue is the carnivorous plants that grow along the beach, but we've killed off most of the ones that are close to like our town square, but like there are a couple along the shore. They are kind of hard to take care of and like keep gone. We don't have pesticides, so but if you guys go to the town square and look for the nymph named Aria, she's made of clouds. She can help guide you guys to the plant.
Not one of the all people.
No, that was a moss.
There's-
I had coral.
There was a mist one. This one's made of clouds, so she's a different nymph. Yep. I'm gonna say that
She's
she's
a
just able to
sea
take the elemental just in a different pleasure. It's magic. That's what we're going with. You guys have any questions for Cersei?
Well, do you know anything about that captain that's looking for stories on Lotus Island? I forget his name. Captain Cato, yes.
No, I haven't really heard anything about them. I know they've been on the island for a while. I think though that they got stuck here after their captain was killed off by the Siren. I think that they're just trying to find another like crew to be a part of, but I think they're also looking for Lotus Island. I don't know though entirely. I haven't really talked to the sailors.
There's no like regulation on your quest board. Any sketchy
No.
motherfucker can just.
Yeah,
Alright.
I can hang a quest up there.
Well, yeah. I mean, I do have the rule on my island: you can't hurt anybody, or there will be consequences. So, I mean, everybody knows the rules. So, if they decide to try and hurt somebody, you can tell like her face darkens, and she was like, "I hope you guys don't have to see it. I don't like."
Don't have to.
No. Men learn very quickly when they watch it happen, and all of my nymphs know as
Holy shit! She grabbed his dick and twisted it.
Oh my god, dude.
well. All
That was a
right,
peaceful island.
you guys got any other questions for her?
No, I don't think so.
Lando.
Cersei, do you happen to have any Cersei's chocolate syrup?
I mean, there might be cocoa on this island. I don't know. I don't know if I should be offended or not. Okay, you guys need to go get me the holy moly before it gets too much later.
Oh, I'll give
You
the
guys
holy
have
moly.
2.5 days before you need to leave.
I thought it was 4 days.
Well,
4 days to get there, or like make it to the underworld.
yeah,
Yes.
4 days before you guys need to go to
Okay.
the underworld. You guys need to leave on the 3rd day just to
To
travel
make
in
it
time.
to the okay.
Yep. And it's been about half a day, so you guys have 2.5 days before you need to leave the island. You
Bye.
guys still have 2 side quests to do from the board, and then the Holy Moly route, and then technically the 4th side mission that you guys got from the Birch Tree Lady.
I said good day.
Oh, word, okay. I
No,
was just
no.
DM talking, not Cersei talking.
I said good day.
All right, Cersei kind of ushers you guys all out. She's like, okay, I'm gonna start brewing up all of the ingredients I need to for this potion. So I will see you guys soon with the Holy Moly. And she like closes the door behind you guys.
Alright, dudes. Time to walk to the other side of the island. Yes, dick butt. Hand is raised.
No, I was pointing onwards. Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
upwards a little bit, but
Upwards and
There was
downwards.
a
yeah,
branch in the way.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Why does the branch have a red blinking
Is it blinking?
No.
Okay.
I've seen it, it's just how
It would have been muted if it was blinking. That's why that's
Wait, the branch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, as your guys' party walks back to the town square, you guys see a small group of like nymphs kind of talking. You guys see the sorry, can you just back to the description. Lizard nymph. Excuse me. You guys see Ada Lizard the nymph. You guys see that she's made out of hardened magma for her legs, and slowly as her body goes up, you guys can see that there's a mixture of like liquid lava and like hardened magma flowing through her body, and it's like just making out the shape of a woman. And she's standing there talking to another woman who's like made out of clouds in the shape of a woman. And they're also talking to a third nymph. They're talking to the moss nymph. The moss nymph has her back to you guys,